Hello, Unlimited Trends. It's Sarah back again. And today, to answer a question by Prakriti Universe, who responded to a video that I had posted in response to her first question. So I'm going to link that up here. If you have not seen her first question and my response to it, this is a continuation. So she says, if someone is killing someone else out of hatred, then how are they high on the emotional scale? And how is calling them evil a judgment and makes me low on the emotional scale when I am coming from love for the innocent people? And how were the great thinkers and social reformers who criticized the world and such people were able to make a change if they were low on the emotional scale by calling evil as evil? Well, sweetheart. And the question is way longer. I'm going to put the rest of it in the discussion notes below, but that's the crux of it. What I would like to explain to you in more depth here is that as far as the universe is concerned, the universe is not about right or wrong. The universe is only responding to vibration. And so your vibration can be high. Other people might see you as being doing something that they think is inappropriate, but if you don't see yourself as doing anything inappropriate, then your vibration is high. And understanding that is at the basis of understanding why bad things happen to good people. Because the universe is not giving good people good things and bad people bad things, because the universe is responding to the vibration that people are sending out, not whether they are good or bad. Because as far as the universe is concerned, everyone is good and there is no such thing as evil. The universe believes that everyone is just doing the best that they can. So, why do I say that you're calling someone evil hurts you? That's the very first thing I want you to understand. And that is because every time you call someone evil, you feel bad. You're talking to me about people that you love, but love is a very different vibration, and there's no feeling bad in the vibration of love because love is the highest emotion. And when you feel love, you feel joy. Love and joy are the same vibration. And there's no feeling bad because when you are feeling joy, that is not feeling bad. And so, sweetheart, what you mean is that you care about these people. And yes, you do. But in your feeling bad for them, you are feeling bad, and that's low on the emotional scale. I like to divide the emotional scale into two halves. 10 is a place of love, and 0 right here is this is the negative realm, and this is the positive realm. The highest emotion in the world is love and joy. In your love there is no joy, and therefore it is not love. Where you are coming from is hatred. When you call someone evil, you're coming from a place of hatred. And hatred, my dear, is down here. Because hatred is a form of fear. Fear and hatred, we can use whatever words we want to use, but the vibration of hatred and the vibration of fear is exactly the same. And if you are low here on the emotional scale, what are you doing to yourself? So you need to understand that you're feeling fear or hatred, fear for people that you care about, hatred for people who are hurting them, brings you to this very low place on the emotional scale, and that opens the field of all possibilities at a very negative place for you, which means that in your sympathy for people who are being hurt, you are attracting negative stuff to yourself, which is why I don't want you to feel this way. Number two, here's what I want you to understand, and I'm hoping that this will help you clear up some of what I'm trying to get across to you, is that everyone has an emotional scale. So let's say that there is what we might call the perpetrator or the criminal who is doing things to hurt other people. And this over here represents their emotional scale. So, where are they on the emotional scale if they are doing things that they know are wrong? You see, there are two situations. In my first video that I posted, I was talking about those people who do things without thinking that those things are wrong to do. That's a whole different situation, because if you don't think it's wrong, if you think that what you're doing is right, you're not low on the emotional scale, you are high on the emotional scale. So suicide bombers, for example, they're not doing what they're doing, hurting so many people. They're not doing it from a low place on the emotional scale. They are doing it from a place high on the emotional scale because they think what they are doing is justified and right, which is something that puts them high on the emotional scale. You see, it's law of attraction is not about right and wrong. It is about vibration. People who are right, like myself, why was I strangled? Why was I beaten up? Because I was bad? No, I was living life by the rules that I had learned from my society and my parents. I was a good little girl. Why did that happen to me? Well, it happened to me because I was over here. I was in a vibration of fear. I was over here. And so, what you need to understand is that those people that we call heinous, yes, those people who intentionally hurt people, they are down here. They are down here on the emotional scale. So, there are two types of people who are doing things that you think are wrong. One is they know that they are wrong, and the other one is that who doesn't know that they are, their conscience is not telling them that they're doing anything wrong. That's a whole other ball game. That is what I was explaining to you in my first video. This is my second video, follow-up video, and in this I'm talking about those people who are intentionally hurtful to other people. Yes, those people who are intentionally hurtful to other people, they're not feeling love and joy. They're not feeling righteous. They are low on the emotional scale because they are knowingly hurting other people. And so they are also on this vibration. So fear, hatred and fear meet hatred, and it's a vibration. So the thing is, here's why they meet up. They meet up because they are on the same vibration. The criminal, the perpetrator, and the victim, they are on the same vibration, and that is why they meet up in an event where the victim is hurt. It's not about right or wrong, it's about vibration. The victim invariably is someone who is afraid, and their fear makes them vulnerable, and their fear puts them low on the emotional scale, and they become part of the perpetrator's plan. The thing about that is that anyone who becomes a victim is not trusting, because what is fear? Fear is the absence of trust. When you trust the universe, you don't fear anything. When you trust the universe, you believe that you are always looked after and that the universe will look after you. That feeling puts you high up here on the emotional scale. And so the thing you need to understand is that when someone is attacked, they and the attacker are on the same wavelength. Now there can be a bunch of people in the same place, and not all of them suffer because of the attack. Some of them escape, and those who escape are ones who are not in a place of fear. So you got to understand that the rules of the universe are absolutely clear. People of like vibration will attract people of like vibration, and the perpetrator and the victim are both on the same vibration. I can say that because looking back on my life, that is why I had abuse in my life. That is why I got strangled. It was because I was afraid. And when you live life in a place of fear, someone will show up. Maybe this person or that person or that person, because there are many perpetrators of heinous crimes who are low on the emotional scale, and you will end up attracting one or the other of them. So now let me address the other part of your question, which is, and how were the great thinkers and social reformers who criticized the world and such people were able to make a change? Sweetheart, yes, there are many who went about it by attacking. Attack. Where does attack come from? It comes from low on the emotional scale. It does not come from a place high on the emotional scale. But there were more powerful people who came from a place of love. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, they didn't come from a place of hatred. They came from a place of love, high on the emotional scale. They did not push back and attack. They instituted change from a place of love. And they are more powerful than anyone else. It takes a lot more people and a lot more energy to bring about change from a place of fear, from a place of negative vibration. And it can only sometimes take one person who comes from a place of love to bring about change. And that's, sweetheart, what I have experienced in my own life. And that is why everyone will tell you that love is the answer. Fear and hatred are not the answer, because when a big group of people congregate in a vibration of hatred, that hatred and fear are the same vibration. So it does not solve anything. It makes the journey full of struggle. So yes, the event, they will get results, but their results will not correspond to the best possible results. The best possible results are always obtained from a place of love and joy, not from a place of hatred. So that is why calling someone evil does not help you. And you say that you are coming from a place of love, but you're not, because there's no joy in the way you're looking at things. And those people who are attracting negative events to themselves are attracting those negative results to themselves because of their own vibration. And nobody is powerless. Everyone can change their vibration. Everybody has guidance. Everybody knows that love is the highest emotion. We are born knowing that. And that is why all the great teachers have always said, love is the answer. Whatever the question, whatever the problem, love is the answer. And I have to say this to you, that when you hate and when you call people evil, you're not coming from a place of love, which means that you're not contributing to the solution. Because the solution that you're looking for, my dear, and the solution that we are all looking for, that solution is at a place of love. And unless you can generate a vibration of love and joy, remember, love contains joy, then you cannot contribute towards the solution. And so this is why Abraham says, get off the subject, go up the emotional scale, because all the answers that we want are high up on the emotional scale. Nothing that we want is low on the emotional scale. So we've got to find, in order for us to contribute towards the solution and help the people that we want to help, we have to see them as happy. We want to have We want to see their situation as being what they want it to be and not see it the way it is, because when we see it the way it is, we end up sending them a negative vibration. Lastly, before I close this video, what I want you to just I want to share this concept with you, which is every subject, as Abraham has explained to us, is two subjects: the having of it and the absence of it. So if I pick up the stick of love, there's the having of love and the absence of love. You're talking about the subject of love, but you're talking about the subject of love from a place of no love, because you're not feeling love just now. You are feeling pain. When you're feeling pain, there's no love in it, because love is a place of joy. Love makes you feel good. What you're feeling just now does not feel good, which is clearly an indication that you are looking at love from a place of absence of love. And unless you are able to bring love in your heart for both these people, because they're both suffering, the perpetrator of the crime is suffering. Because why are they suffering? Because they are so low on the emotional scale that they have no control over their own actions. That's how low they are on the emotional scale. And so always the case is that the victim and the perpetrator are both suffering. And we, in order for us to contribute to the solution, we've got to bring ourselves to a place of love for both of them. And unless you are able to feel love for both of them, and unless you are able to understand that love is the answer, nothing can change. Change is way slower when you try to bring about change from a place that's low on the emotional scale. Change, positive change, takes place from a place high on the emotional scale very quickly. And when you try to push back and fight for change, it takes a very long time. This is why Mother Teresa said, when people asked her to come for a march to march against war, she said, when you have a march for peace, I will join you, but I will not join you in a march against war, because pushing against something only makes it bigger. You contribute to their side with your vibrational vote, and you don't want to do that, because you want healing, because you want good things. I want good things. I want good things for everyone in the world. But I have understood one thing, is that I want to be part of the solution. I decided long ago, I want to be part of the solution. I don't want to be part of the problem. And if I push against those who are committing heinous acts in the world, I am helping them. I'm not hurting them. And I am actually, by my attention to the problem, by my attention to those people, I'm actually hurting those very same people that I want to help. When you start understanding the power of law of attraction, your responses change for the better. You really start understanding why it is that bad things happen to good people. Bad things happen to good people because they don't give attention to love. They forsake love, and they gravitate towards hate and fear. We see it, every generation in the world has seen it happen through all the strife and the war that has taken place over the generations. And in our present day, we are seeing it happen all over again. And so, join me in being part of the solution. Be one who loves. Be one who understands that those people who are being victimized, they are not victims. They are powerful because they have the capability to change their vibration. They have the capability to trust. And we are also part of the solution because we understand that the ones who are perpetrating the heinous crimes in this world are hurting badly, severely hurting, hurt so badly that they are being driven to act from that place because of momentum. And you cannot change someone who is hurt. You cannot change them with hatred. If you want someone to change, you've got to show them love. And that's, thank you for your extremely powerful question. Thank you for that. And I hope that this response truly helps not just you, but everyone to become part of the solution, because we all want good things for all human beings. We all want both the victim and the perpetrator. We want both of them to go high on the emotional scale. We want to spread love and joy, which means that we first have to feel love and joy. And remember that love, the absence of joy is the absence of love. Where there is no joy, there is no love. Thank you again for your powerful question. And I truly, truly, truly hope that this response makes a difference, because it's important. It's important. You and I, we can generate the love that heals the world. Remember, Abraham says, and I totally believe them, one person who comes from a place of love is more powerful than millions who are not. Gandhi has shown us that. Mother Teresa has shown us that. Nelson Mandela has shown us that. And all the prophets who have ever been, all the way from Buddha, Muhammad, Moses, Jesus, they have all come from a place of love. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. And more than anyone else, those people who do those things that to us feel bad, they are the ones who need the most love. And those people who are victims need to understand that they don't need to be victims. All they need to do is change their vibration and trust the universe. All right, I can go on forever because I do feel very strongly about this subject, but I think I'll stop now. Bye for now.